Hi everybody, welcome to my quick tutorial on how to write a balanced chemical equation. I'm going to give you the sentence in the problems here of describing what the reaction is. Your job is to first write out the correct equation using the symbols, and then after writing the correct symbols and writing the formula out, you're going to balance the equation. Let's talk about some steps here. I'm going to work through the first one as I refer to these steps up top. So our first step here is to write the correct formulas for the reactants and products. I remember that reactants are the things on the left side and products are the things on the right side. Reactants are what we're going to start with. In this sentence, it says that mercury 2 oxide reacts to form the elements mercury and oxygen gas by heating. So step A here is to write the formulas for each reactant and product, and we'll make sure that they're neutral based on those oxidation numbers. We'll start with mercury, which is Hg, and they said mercury 2, so that's meaning the +2 version of mercury, and oxide just means oxygen. And I look to my periodic table and I see that oxygen is always going to want to take 2 electrons on, giving it a -2 oxidation number. Mercury oxide is going to react to form, that's again my arrow for the reaction, and it's going to react to form the elements mercury, and so mercury is just going to be the element mercury and oxygen gas. Now I need to check for diatomic molecules. Remember, oxygen is one of your magnificent 7. It's always going to exist as O2. And that's going to be crucial for balancing later. Okay? Now we're going to, well, I already did this as I wrote, but we'll separate each of the substances on the reactant side by a plus, and same on the product side. Now on the reactant side, everything that's here is mercury oxide. That's just one chemical. We need to make sure, however, that it's a neutral compound, and so we'll need to do the crisscross method. So I'm going to crisscross down my numbers and make sure we have a neutral compound. I'm just going to erase them now that I've crisscrossed them down. There's my eraser, and it's going to be HgO. I'm not bringing the 2 downs because I really don't need 2 of each, do I? I can make them neutral just with 1 of each. And that's going to react to form Hg, which is just elemental mercury, and oxygen gas. So my reactants here, it's HgO, which is my neutral compound. My products, the things I make, are Hg and O2. Now I'm going to make sure to move on to balancing the equation. Here is the balancing steps. I'm going to start by tallying up the atoms on both sides. I see I've got 1 mercury over here. I've got 2 oxygens over here. On this side I've got 1 mercury, and I've only got 1 oxygen over here. Here's my splitting the left and the right. Okay, so now after I've tallied, if the numbers differ, add necessary coefficients. Remember, I'm going to write big numbers in front of the element to say that I have more than 1 of those molecules if I need them. And then I'll work 1 element at a time, balancing back and forth until everything works out. The only thing that's off here is the oxygen. I've got 2 oxygens here. I've only got 1 here. Okay, what do I have to do? Well, I need to make sure to bring 2 oxygens on this side, so I can put a 2 out front here. Now you've got to put the 2 up here first. You can't come in and change this tally unless you've changed up in the formula. Now that it's changed in the formula, come right down, change your tally. Ooh, I changed that, but look what the 2 is also changing. It's also changing the number of mercuries. Okay, so now my oxygens are balanced, but I accidentally unbalanced my mercuries. That's okay though, I can just change it by bringing another mercury over here. There we go. Now I've got 2 up here. Remember, I have to change it up here first. Now I can change my tally. And now I'm looking balanced. That's my balanced official equation. 2 mercury oxide molecules will react to form elemental mercury, but it's going to be 2 atoms of mercury, plus an O2 molecule. Boom. Check out the next video if you want to see me work through the other ones. Otherwise, work through at your own pace. Bring those on Tuesday. We'll be checking our answers. Thanks for working so hard, everybody. I'll see you next week.